This is Music History Top 10 today for November 12th. My name is Cleon. On this date in 1931, quite possibly one of the most famous recording studios of all time, Abbey Road, opened up. In 1966, there was a riot on the Sunset Strip in Los Angeles where a bunch of kids were beaten up by the cops. The kids were protesting curfews that were imposed at that point by the city of Los Angeles. Stephen Stills saw the protest going on, and it inspired him to record For What It's Worth. In 1968, Jimi Hendrix's Electric Ladyland album cover was officially banned in America. The reason was because, yet again, nudity. He had himself and naked women on the cover. The album did come out, but with an alternate cover in America. You can only get the original cover, apparently, in England, unless you know some collectors, in which case you could probably now get it in America. In 1970, The Doors played their last concert, as it turns out, with Jim Morrison. The concert was in New Orleans. He would die soon after. In 1977, the Sex Pistols hit number one in England with Nevermind the Bollocks, Here's the Sex Pistols, considered to this day to be one of the greatest rock albums ever produced. Little side note, the owner of their record label, which was Virgin Records at that time, and the person who signed the Sex Pistols to Virgin Records was none other than Sir Richard Branson. That's how he started to make his fortune, actually. In 1997, Carly Simon entered the hospital for treatment for breast cancer, and she's still with us to this day, and God bless her for it. In 1999, Billy Preston was sentenced to 3 years in jail for cocaine possession. In 2001, the last three surviving members of the Beatles saw each other for the last time. It was in George Harrison's hotel room in New York City, where they had lunch and went over old times. George Harrison would unfortunately die 2 weeks later in Los Angeles. Also passing away on this date, in 2003, drummer Tony Thompson passed away of cancer. Tony Thompson was the drummer for Chic. He was also the drummer for the 80s group The Power Station with Robert Palmer and the Two Taylors from Duran Duran, and he also played drums on Let's Dance from David Bowie. Also passing away on this date in 2008, one of the greatest drummers of all time from Jimi Hendrix's group, Mitch Mitchell, passed away on this day. Celebrating birthdays on this day are Booker T from Booker T and the MGs, Neil Young, Donald Rozier, better known as Buck Dharma from Blue Oyster Cult, Errol Brown from the 70s group Hot Chocolate, Arthur Tavares from the 70s and 80s group Tavares, singer Omarion, Tevin Campbell, and lead singer of the Bay City Rollers, Les McCowan. And that is Music History Top 10 today for November 12th.